Hi, my name is Sriprapha Petcharamesree. I'm a senior researcher at the Faculty of Law, Chulalongkorn University. I'm presenting the module on religion, religious freedoms, and communal relationships. As you can see from slide, the module seeks to provide an understanding of religious freedom, concepts and types of state-religion relationships, as well as the religious landscape in Southeast Asia. It also looks at the impacts on communal relationships of state recognition of religion or the state privileging religions. And the last one is actually through the analysis of ongoing conflicts and violence in Myanmar, Thailand, and the Philippines. The module shows that countries in Southeast Asia have been experiencing religion-related social hostilities. These cases will provide evidence on the ground how tensions are manifested and how is it that religions are so commonly connected with intolerance and violence conflicts. As already mentioned in other modules, the right to freedom of religion and belief is recognized by all Southeast Asian states without any exception. This right is also recognized by international human rights treaties, which the countries in the region have ratified. The right is further affirmed by the General Comments No. 22 issued by the Human Rights Committee in 1993. In ASEAN, the right to freedom of religion was enshrined in Article 22 of the ASEAN Human Rights Declaration adopted in 2012. Not only does it recognizes the rights of every person to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. It also prescribes for the elimination of all forms of intolerance, discrimination, and incitement of hatred based on religion and belief. We'll be now looking at the concepts and types of state-religion relationships. Dawood, in his study, explained that the relations between state and the one or more religious groups may be structured in various ways, depending on, first, the extent to which the state funds, support, or endorse religion, or recognize a religious basis to the nation and to the public authority, and b, the extent to which religious laws or institutions control or influence the state. The position and meaning attributed to religion in states may vary from one country to another. In many cases, state-religion relations are regulated by law, and how the recognition of a particular religion is associated with national identity or with the foundational values of the communities. They would also classify the state-religion relationship into 6 archetypes, namely strong secularism, neutrality, pluralist accommodation, recognition, weak establishment, and strong establishment. On strong secularism, in some countries, Constitution explicitly prescribes the state will be secular. According to this model, the state recognizes and protects the rights of religious freedom in personal and private life, but maintains a defensive attitude against public religiosity. This model rejects religious privileges, communal religious identities, and direct religious influence over legislation and public policy. Another type, religion state neutrality, refers to the impartiality of the state in the matters of religion. The state neither endorses nor criticizes religion. Religion of any kind may not be publicly enjoined, funded, or supported by any public authority. The third one, pluralist accommodation. Some constitutions aim to protect the religious neutrality of the state, not by withdrawing from any religious support or endorsement, but by promoting the equal and non-discriminatory treatment of religions. It simply recognizes that religions have an important role in the society and that religious institutions are partners with civil authorities in the achievement of common goods. The next type is recognition without establishment. A constitution may give formal or symbolic recognition to a particular religion in its constitution. Such recognition associates the state and sometimes the nation itself with a particular religious identities or set of religious identities. However, such recognition does not give the recognized religion or religious any special privileges or quasi-public powers. Another one is religious establishment. Religious establishment is found where a state maintains a formal connection with a specified religion, which is established in the sense of being supported, funded, endorsed, or patronized by the state. Religion can be established in various ways, with different degrees of intensity. For example, a religion can be adopted as an official state religion. Religious law can become a source of law, or it may simply be a source of inspiration. It could be specified that the head of state needs to have certain religious qualifications. The government could be made accountable in accordance with religious norms, or religious education could be encouraged. The concepts behind each type of state relationship varies from one context to another. It is often more nuanced than the classifications that I just explained. Recognition of state religion can simultaneously promote and undermine respect for human rights. At the same time, recognition may entail a choice between different sects within that religious communities, leading to discrimination and the suppression of minority beliefs within the community, the violations of human rights, and the prospect for intra-communal relations. What about state-religion relationship, religious freedoms, and communal relationships in the context of Southeast Asia? Southeast Asia offers a mixed picture regarding the recognition of state religion. There are countries with one dominant religious group, countries with one majority religion, and well-defined minority religions, and countries with religious diversity. As you can see from the two tables, Southeast Asia ranges from very religiously diverse countries, Singapore and Vietnam in this case, to very uniform Cambodia and Timor-Leste, while Thailand and the Philippines and Indonesia are all on the less diverse side. No Southeast Asian states exhibit strong secularism, despite the existence of a republic, such as the Philippines, where the constitution prescribes the separation between state and religion. The Philippines does not seem to reject religious privilege, and the influence of Catholic Church over legislation and public policy is rather evident. Likewise, states proclaimed to be socialist countries such as Laos and Vietnam do not display religion-state neutrality or weak secularism. Both countries, although not promoting or supporting any religious belief or practice, authorities, especially in the case of Vietnam, place limitations on some religious minority groups in the country. For Laos, religious freedom is recognized by Article 4 of the Laos Constitution. Countries such as Indonesia and Singapore may be seen as pluralistic in the sense that their constitutions seem to accommodate religions, and the state may also cooperate with religious institutions in their social functions. By law, these states recognize a plurality of religious groups that exist side by side. The state does not favor or discriminate based on religions. Although the Indonesian government recognizes 6 distinct faiths, namely Islam, Protestantism, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism, we all know that almost 90% of Indonesians are Muslim. Defamation against religion, in this case Islam, is punishable under blasphemy law. A similar law is also applied in Singapore, the most religiously diverse in Southeast Asia. In theory, such recognition does not give the recognized religion or religious any special privileges or quasi-public power. But in practice, national constitution may, by some means, record special status to some religions without clearly recognizing such religion or religions as state religion. Thailand does not recognize an official state religion. However, all constitutions of Thailand, including the 2017 constitution, stipulates that the king is a Buddhist and upholder of religions. The constitution of Brunei, Cambodia, Malaysia, and Myanmar recognize a particular religion as that of the state. So, looking at the religious landscape in Southeast Asia, one may agree that the region is really religiously diverse. However, the close examination of law and practices in the countries in the region, diversity is much less than it appears. Across most countries in the region, even where no particular religion is officially recognized or given privilege, or in those which claim themselves to be secular, like the Philippines, 3 religions are clearly predominant. Islam is the state religion in Brunei and Malaysia, while the great majority of Indonesians profess Islam. Buddhism is a religion officially recognized by Cambodia and Myanmar and given special status in Thailand. Catholicism, Christianity, is predominant in the Philippines and Timor-Leste. Singapore is acknowledged as a country with well-managed ethnic and religious diversity. Yet, tensions among various religious groups emerge occasionally. How about communal relationships? The communal relationships are often typified by family relationships, romantic involvements, and friendships. For example, a communal relationship between a parent and child is generally stronger than one between 2 friends. In many ways, culture determines the type of relations. In this course, the term communal relationship goes beyond interpersonal individual relations, which start at the family or neighborhood levels, where conflicts can play out. It actually refers to the attitude of one community towards another. Such attitudes or relationships can manifest in different ways. These relationships could be harmonious, cordial, or reverential, or chaotic, disorderly, and uncordial, or even conflictual. Whichever way they manifest, they are functions of communal ideals, customs, norms, and worldviews. Communal relationships are seen at 2 levels. The first level is intercommunal relationship, which refers to the relationship that exists between a group sharing accommodation, goods, services, beliefs, religion, and geographical boundaries or space. Another one is intracommunal relation, which considers the process of internal coexistence or competition, bargaining, and sometimes coercion among community members. each of whom has his own interests, positions, and goals. Many times, relations could be based on an internalized perception of group memberships, the distinction between us and them. The identification through internalization could be reflected at both intra and intercommunal levels. Religion, which forms an integral part of culture, plays significant roles in determining communal relationships, both at interpersonal, communal, and national levels. What are the key issues when it comes to state recognition of religion, religious freedom, and communal relationships in South Asia? As you can see from the slide, it seems that in South Asia, religion is expressed as a fundamental characteristic of national identity. The fundamental issues of identity, belonging, and being Muslim or being Buddhist are home of some of the most enduring conflicts that continue to beset many societies in the region, including violence that has broken out in Myanmar between Buddhists and Muslims Rohingya that results in massive human rights violations and exodus. 3 cases are offered as example. The Constitution of the Philippines takes in many ways an accommodative approach. However, in reality, the government of the Philippines and Catholic communities in some ways exclude Muslims in the south of the country. Mindanao, where Islam is the predominant religion. The case of the Mindanao, Philippines shows that conflicts is triggered by centralism of state and the limits of the self-governing power of minorities, particularly the Muslim in the southern Philippines. The contradiction between state and nation-building efforts, seemingly identified with Christianity, Catholicism, and the state creation endeavors of secessionist movements of Muslim minority in the country, has sharpened the political violence in Mindanao. In the 3 southernmost provinces of Thailand, the conflicts are complex and result from a combination of causes. What is clear